Hey everybody, this is Adam Peterson from TeachersLearn2.com, and this is episode number 9 of Teachers Talk 2. And today I am talking about advice for parents and teachers when it comes to parent-teacher conference time. So I sat down and I thought about all the things that I would love to say to parents when it comes time for them coming to the conferences, and some advice for them, and advice for teachers who may need it, new teachers or teachers who are just looking for something different to do. So let's start first with parents. So parents, there are 3 things that I thought of as the top 3 things that you need to remember when you come to your conference or you go to your conference at your child's school. Number 1, and the most important of all of them, be on time. I cannot stress that enough. And you'll hear your child's teacher say it, you'll hear that in the notes that come home, but you need to be on time. And that is not just so that you can get started on time, but if you are late, then you back up every single other conference because yours goes over. So there's a rule that I like to follow, that if you are 5 minutes late, your 20-minute conference now becomes a 15-minute conference. So it kind of goes back on you, and your conference is going to be a lot shorter if you don't show up on time. The best rule of thumb is to be there early. If conferences get running ahead, which doesn't typically happen, but if they do, you're there and you're ready to go. So number 1, be on time. Number 2, please do not bring up other children in the class. It is not our responsibility to talk to you about other kids in class unless there's an issue with your child. We're not going to talk about academics. We're not going to talk about behavior. We're not going to talk about anything socially with another person's child, as you wouldn't want us to do with your child. So don't ask questions about other people's kids. Don't ask questions about, who's doing this and who's not doing this. We're there to focus on your child. This is our time to talk about your child and talk about the progress they've made. So do not bring up other people's kids. And number 3, be honest. If you have a question with your teacher, or if you have anything that you need to know or anything that you want to say, be honest. This relationship between a parent and a teacher is built on trust. And if the teacher cannot trust you with open, honest information, then we've got a problem in the communication, the lines of communication. So be honest with your child's teacher, whether it's about a problem or something good that's going on. Praise them, whatever you can do to be honest with them. If you need to tell them something that's going on at home, let them know. The kids spill their guts to us on a daily basis, and sometimes it's nice to hear the honest truth from you. So parents, there's my advice for you. Be on time, don't bring up other people's kids, and be honest with us when you come to your parent-teacher conference. So let's twist the tables, turn this around a little bit on teachers. So teachers, new or old, whatever it is, these 3 things that I thought of are the top things you need to remember, and they kind of go along the same lines as those, but we'll go into them. So number 1, be on time for you too. And that doesn't just go for parents, that goes for teachers. So teachers, try to keep your schedule on time. You know that you don't like it when parents are late because it backs you up. Parents don't like to wait 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, over the time that they're scheduled because A, they've lined up babysitters, B, they might have dinner at home ready to go, C, they want to go home and see the kids before they go to bed, etc., etc., etc. So teachers, keep your conferences on time. If there's more that you need to talk about that's not going to fit into your conference time or that window, then set up another conference or give them a call and talk about it. Number 2, going along the same lines as the parents, be honest. Sometimes as teachers, I know that it is difficult to tell them the honest truth. You don't want to, bring up all the bad things that are happening or talk about goals that haven't been met or things like that. But it is very important for you as a teacher to be honest. The parents want to know exactly what is going on in this classroom. And if their child is struggling, you need to let them know so that they can work on those goals at home. Now, I'm not saying, put them down and talk completely negative during the conference, but please be open and honest. If they're doing great things, obviously be honest about that too. If there's a problem in the lines of communication between you and the parent, now's the time to talk about it. And be honest with what you expect out of them at home, and be honest with what you expect out of their child while they are at school. The other thing, and this is the same as the parents, but don't bring up other people's kids. You're not there to talk about other children, and that can come back to bite you in the butt later on. You need to keep this conference to them and their child, and you are not at liberty to be discussing what's going on with other children in that classroom, especially what's going on with other families in that classroom. You're there to talk about their child. And I want to throw one more thing in for teachers, and this is an important one. I think sometimes we forget to do this. I know I do because I ramble and ramble and ramble. But teachers, please don't forget to let the parents talk as well. This is not just a teacher conference. This is a parent-teacher conference. So while you're there talking with the parents tonight or whenever your conferences are, I know some of you are already done with them, but remember these things for the future conferences. Let the parents talk. They're there to get as much information from you as they can. So this should be a conversation. This just shouldn't be a lesson and you giving them information. It should be a conversation between you and your child's parents from your classroom. So please, 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 as you begin your conferences, a lot of you I know are doing them now because of trimester time. A lot of you have already done them because of quarters. But think about this for the future conferences too. Please remember those 3 or 4 things that you need to remember. Parents, share this with all the parents that you know that might be going to a child's conference soon. Teachers, share this with all the teachers that you know that will be having parent-teacher conferences. And make the parent-teacher conference night as fun as possible. It should be there to celebrate all the good things that are going on in the classroom, and there to tell the parents all about the goals that still need to be reached. So keep the lines of communication open, be honest, talk about their child and their child only, and most importantly, stay on time. And that goes for parents and teachers. So that is my advice for parents and teachers when it comes to parent-teacher conference time. Thank you so much for all the support so far of Teachers Talk 2, our show. We are on episode 9. I can't believe this. I'm hoping for episode 10. We're going to have a couple big announcements and hopefully some prizes to give away. So I'm hoping to do something new on episode 10 because that's a big goal for us to get to episode 10. So we're excited about that. Keep watching, stay tuned for anything that's coming up, and we'll see you guys on episode 10 of Teachers Talk 2 from teacherslearn2.com. I am Adam Peterson. Thank you guys so much for watching and continuing to watch, and we'll see you guys soon.